Session hijacking is a type of cyber attack in which an attacker takes control of a user's active session on a web application or a network connection. In a typical session hijacking attack, the attacker steals the session token or session ID of a user, which allows them to impersonate the user and perform actions on the user's behalf. Session tokens or session IDs are usually generated by the server and sent to the user's browser as a cookie or as part of the URL. Once the user has authenticated with the server and the session token has been set, the user can perform actions on the application or website without having to authenticate again. The session token is used to identify the user's session and authenticate their requests to the server. A session hijacking attack can be carried out in several ways, including session sniffing. The attacker intercepts the session token as it is transmitted over an unencrypted connection, such as HTTP, and then uses the token to hijack the user's session. Cross-site scripting, XSS. The attacker injects malicious code into a web page, which steals the session token of the user who visits the page and sends it to the attacker. Cross-site request forgery, CSRF. The attacker tricks the user into performing an action on the web application that they did not intend to perform. The action includes the session token, which is then used to hijack the user's session. Once the attacker has obtained the session token, they can use it to access the user's account and perform actions on the user's behalf, such as changing the user's password, making purchases, or stealing sensitive information. To prevent session hijacking, web application developers can implement several security measures, such as using HTTPS to encrypt the communication between the server and the user's browser, setting session cookies with the HTTP-only and secure flags, implementing multi-factor authentication, and regularly rotating session tokens. Here is a list of commonly used tools in the cybersecurity industry for session hijacking. Nmap, a free and open-source network scanner that can be used to discover hosts and services on a network, as well as to identify vulnerabilities. Metasploit, a widely used penetration testing framework that provides various modules for testing and exploiting vulnerabilities in web applications, networks, and operating systems. Burp Suite, a comprehensive web application security testing tool that includes various features such as intercepting proxy, scanner, and intruder. Wireshark, a popular network protocol analyzer that can capture and analyze traffic on a network. John the Ripper, a password cracking tool that uses brute force and dictionary attacks to crack passwords. Aircracking, a network security tool that can be used to crack WEP and WPA-PSK keys and perform packet sniffing. Hydra, a password cracking tool that uses brute force and dictionary attacks to crack passwords for various protocols, including FTP, HTTP, and SSH. Nessus, a commercial vulnerability scanner that can scan networks and systems for known vulnerabilities. Snort, an open-source intrusion detection and prevention system that can analyze network traffic and detect potential attacks. Multigo, a commercial tool that can be used for information gathering and data mining in cybersecurity investigations. It's worth noting that these tools should only be used for ethical and legal purposes and with proper authorization.